Better than anyone else, one of the chief mythologists of the right, Jordan
Absolutely.
Peterson, should introduce the illustrious potential bum steer of the year, Elon Musk, to us. I don't know if you have that first Tesla thing ready, but if this sounds good to you, Matt, I think we might just pause it as they go through and take a little bit of time with each of these examples.
Oh, yes.
But I'm going to start here with Jordan Peterson talking about Mr. Musk.
It isn't obvious to me that I'm in any position to evaluate Elon Musk. Like, I would like to talk to him and find out what he's up to and why. But I mean, he's an impossible person. What he's done is impossible. All of it. He built an electric car that works. Now, does it work completely and will it replace gas cars, or should it? I don't know. If we're going to build electric cars, he seems to be the best at that.
That's a little bit of like playing the fence.
Oh yeah, I 100%.
And it's fascinating because it's like, yeah, Elon, the climate change take seriously from like 2012 or whatever, people like, but you know, this thing where fundamentally, and why you can't trust Jordan Peterson as a truth teller is he's not going to really insult Elon there, right? Like he's dancing around it. Oh, he's an interesting guy. Like you say, he's going to elaborate the myth of the guy, but he also has that little thing of like,
oh, he can't say he's for electric cars. Exactly. Yeah. He's got to be coy about it. But let's just bring this really quick to the end of the electric car thing.
If we're going to build electric cars, he seems to be the best at that by a lot. And he more or less did that. People carp about him, but he more or less did that by himself. I know he's very good at distributing responsibility and all of that, but
okay.
Yeah,
so we got some goodies in here. Let's just, like, before we get into anything else, let's just start with the distributing responsibility, right? Because Elon Musk has become a very unwelcome member of my community here. He's moved out here to Austin, and he built his big, ugly truck factory in Del Valley. And if people remember, if they've seen the show, we've been covering the fact that there have been significant allegations of extreme worker abuse at his factories, and from things like unpaid wages to unsafe conditions to things like giving people fake OSHA certifications, which again might not sound like much to folks who don't know about that world. Really fucking dangerous shit. But again, going back to what Peterson said though, Matt, he likes to distribute responsibility, right? And that's the whole thing, is because of course the companies that were doing this were contractors. Right.
Yeah.
So Musk is not responsible. So yeah, Musk is very good at distributing responsibility for that kind of thing. More or less did it by himself, as our friend in Australia notes, is absolutely ludicrous. And the first bit we can't let Peterson get away with is that Musk invented electric cars that work. That's never been the problem with electric cars. We've had electric cars that have worked for decades.
General Motors made a popular one in the 90s that was pretty good.
And the last bit, so he didn't invent the electric car that worked, and he seems to be the best at it. Matt, is that true? How is Tesla doing these days?
Well, I must say, I do love, and you know, part of why, I think the main motive why a guy like Elon buys Twitter is that it is a very useful platform for publicizing his fucked up cars. And he couldn't buy TikTok, or he hasn't yet. But I do love that it's a genre of content that these things fuck up all the time. And here's one by a fellow named Dominati Show. This content looks like he does like a radio show, but he has a Tesla. And just check out the problem he's having on Christmas Eve.
Tesla S will not charge outside in the cold. Stranded on Christmas
19
Eve.
miles left before the battery is dead. Yesterday I tried this and it said to wait for the battery to warm up. I have had the car running with the climate control. I tried to charge at my house. It won't let me. So there is no way to charge this battery or let it warm up in the cold. So I'm going to try this. I'm going to show you. This is the message I get. Battery is heating. Keep charge cable inserted. Okay.
Nice.
It's 1:11. 1 hour later.
I I mean, could you imagine? I mean, I would
keep charge cable inserted. 19 miles. 303. Almost 2 hours later. Battery is heating.
Yeah.
19 miles. And it's Christmas Eve. It is.
And as the good folks at a Common Sense Skeptic say, Tesla is consistently at the bottom of initial quality surveys. No, they don't do cars well, and we're seeing that. We're seeing that more and more. These days.
That's my favorite theory. Sorry to cut you off, but my favorite theory about why Elon is fucking flying off the handle the past like year or whatever. Not that he wasn't a big time loser freak before that, but like more flagrantly so, is because he reads the fucking writing on the wall, which the big boys are coming to eat, and his little like fancy boutique tech operation that was selling to investors shit's over. Like all the money allows bullshit to defy gravity, but only so long.
Can you get this this stock price for Tesla up really quick, Matt?
Oh, yes.
Because the thing is, like, by the way, the Tesla not working was one of those things. Literally 20 minutes before we went live, I said to Matt, could you find a good Tesla fail video? What I'm saying is, like, this is not the one. There's a plethora of them, from things like a leaf getting stuck in your your moon door on the top of the vehicle, cracking the wind, to another one that I saw earlier today about somebody whose battery has died, and he's trying to sell the Tesla because he doesn't want it anymore because he realizes it's a shit car. But the new Tesla battery, something is upwards of like $20,000 or something insane like that, and not only can he not get it started, all of his registration information, etc., is on the computer of the Tesla car, right? Which is one of those things, like, we figured that out a long time ago, printing it out, and giving it to folks.
Gutenberg, baby.
These are bad vehicles. They've been bad vehicles for a long time. And the fact is, with Tesla, is that there's two things. One, they were willing to make high-end luxury cars for people who want to spend a lot of money on an electric vehicle before affordable ones were sort of brought out to market. The problem for Tesla is that there is more demand for electric cars. There's just not a lot of demand for Teslas. So as more and more of the kind of big motor companies have been interested in turning towards electric vehicles, Tesla has been in a lot of trouble. And as you see here, if you have this this image, the Tesla company ain't doing super well. Matt, if you want to just like to give a clear picture, why don't you put the year to date or 6 month or something so people can see?
Yeah, so I mean that's the thing, right?
Even 5 days is bad, but let's see what it looks like.
But that's what's so fun is like folks, we have the 5-day Tesla stock down 26 points. And that's the thing is, like, a Tesla family, like, well, zoom out a little bit. Okay, well, let's zoom out to 1 month. Once again, down 68 points, almost 69. That'd be nice, right, Elon? Let's zoom out even more to 6 months. And once again, down 115 points. Now, it was at a high of 303. So we're down from that. I mean, quite a ways.
I mean, that's a significant loss. And why, though, has it been hit so hard? Well, it's been because of his antics.
Hold on. We have to do year to date. You see actually what you're about to elaborate, which is that one, it's down. And this is why I said, like, he sees the writing on the wall, because probably other investors realize the thing that me, a person who doesn't own stock, can see about, like, the future of this company, which is that, like, the actual big boys are coming and it's never going to pay out like this. So for this entire year, let's go 1 year average. Let's go 5 year just to see, like, where it peaked, which is in November 2021. But if you go to this, you can see right here, this is around the time the CEO started doing things on Twitter. Isn't that correct?
Yes. And like, so,
this is the original one. Oh, up here.
Yeah.
Over here.
So that's when the announcement that they got the deal, and then this is when he takes over.
This is when it's limbo. This is when he's like said he'll buy it, and then people were saying, oh, he's not actually going to fall through with it. He's looking for a way to get out of it, and then it looks like it was recovering, and then he's like, yes, I'm actually going to buy it, and now we're just created.
So let's just say a couple quick things. One, Matt, you're 100% right in the fact that I think a lot of investors are recognizing the fact that the other car companies are able to produce more and better cars. And I think one thing I always remind folks is like Tesla don't produce very many cars, and that was a car company that for a while was the highest valued car company in the world, right? Sort of insane if you think about it, that car companies that produce more cars in a month than Tesla does in a year are valued less than them. But that's American speculative capital. What that means is that the whole promise of Tesla is that you're buying the future, right? You're buying into brain genius Elon Musk, and he's going to be able to innovate his way out of these things. Which is, as you've seen, like the market fundamentals in the sense of like how many cars Tesla produces, the quality of the cars, all that kind of stuff, low, right? But then there's always, oh, he'll figure it out. But then as more and more people have been introduced to Elon Musk in a very public way since he's taken over Twitter, I think a lot of the shine on the idea that Elon Musk is a kind of character, who is going to be able to get himself out of these problems has been limited. But anyways, man, we're being unfair. I mean, the man is a brain genius. He's got his fingers in a lot of pies. So, let's just take a little, let's look at some of the other stuff really quick.
Spearhead. And then that was pretty hard. And then he built a rocket at like 1/10 the price of NASA rockets. And then he shot his car out into space.
NASA?
That's pretty hard. And then he's...
So let's see how those are doing.
Done that with Falcon 9 before. If you were on NSF Live with us yesterday... Oh, hey! Whoa!
Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
Excellent.
It's better than NASA could do.
And let's not also forget that not only is we're seeing cheapness and runarounds and all this kind of BS from the actual product. What he's doing to South Texas has been absolutely despicable. Completely trashing a part of the country that I find to be absolutely beautiful. Lobbying state and local governments. We had Becca Hinojosa on the show, who was personally targeted by Musk and the mayor of her hometown for making the point that, hey, Starbase and all of the shit that they've brought in the community is not welcome or wanted, allegedly. They arrested her, pulled her out of her house in the early hours of the morning, refused to give her her eyeglasses, any kind of understanding as to what was going on, being a real tyrant and a terror in that part of the state, a part of the state for people who aren't familiar with Texas. Very poor historically, very underinvested in historically. And Musk has said, I think I can get away with coming to Texas where they're just going to let me do whatever the fuck I want. And I think this should matter to all people, but I think it should matter especially to Texans. Is like, this guy didn't come here because he likes the rodeo and he likes cowboy boots and cowboy hats and all the kind of shit that he tries to play up when he does this cyber rodeo, which was one of the fucking darkest events I've ever seen in my life. He came.
How do you see the cyber rodeo and hold on to your stock?
I think that's true. Well, yeah, I mean, I probably would have sold a long time before then, but the thing is, he came here because he thinks Texans are chumps. He thinks he can get away with shit that he couldn't get away with in California. So, if you're in Texas, there's always obviously a lot of talk here about don't California my Texas. California's ruining the state. Well, why the fuck do you want to uphold somebody like this, who is literally burning down wildlife for his vanity projects that don't work, and using the power of the state so much for small government, libertarian Texas, to harass activists and people who challenge him. But I mean, I know we have more to get to with Musk, but just in the sake of making this a segment, Matt, let's get to the rest of this.
Building this boring company, it's this whimsical joke in some sense, but it's not a joke. He's amazing.
It is a joke. Elon Musk has been pushing this idea of the Boring Company, where they're literally going to create tunnels underneath major cities so that you can get around without having to deal with traffic. As of yet, the only tunnel that has been opened is one that is frequently closed, and it's less than a mile in Las Vegas. That you go about 20 miles an hour with blazing lights being played to give you the simulation effect of you're flying through the air, but you're going about 15 miles an hour in a Tesla.
No, it is just like the star level in Mario Kart with all the lights. Yeah.
And from Vegas to LA to Kyle, Texas, to Austin, to all these other places where he has tried to push this. Well, whenever it comes into feasibility studies, the Boring Company disappears. They disappear because he goes to these small towns like Kyle, and he says, I'm going to build you an amazing system underground. And then they say, that sounds great. And you can do it cheaper than a train? Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll accept the contract. Just let our engineers look at this and make sure it's all above water. Oh, wait, Elon, it doesn't look like this makes sense because we have the Edwards Aquifer underneath Kyle and San Antonio and all these other places where there's limestone. Does this seem like something that you can do? No response. Hey, Musk, just following up on our email, can you please respond to some of the questions we had about the feasibility of this project? No response. Elon Musk is just ghosting all of these localities across the country on his bullshit. So from Tesla to SpaceX to all these things, this guy is somebody who is a pure creation of the media, which is why it's not that surprising that he has decided that he needs to buy and control one of the largest, platforms in the U.S. And just to bring it up to something that I know our audience and Matt and I, as much as I don't like to admit it, are included in. People who spend a little bit too much time online. A lot of the frustration with Elon has been his control of Twitter.com and dropping the Twitter file stuff. I think we're going to have Bronco on the show soon to talk about some of the things that the left maybe should take seriously about this. Just talking from a pure product level. Let's see how he has been doing as the lead spokesperson and visioneer for Twitter.com.
Of features as high as possible.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, I think, frankly, if you want to have a really high velocity of features, I think we'll just need to do a total rewrite of the whole thing.
Wait, seriously, a total rewrite. That's your prediction for velocity.
Yeah.
Well, when you say a total rewrite, do you mean starting with the skeleton, or a bunch of engineers sit down with a whiteboard and say, "What is Twitter"? Revolution or reform?
I just mean like literally like there's like you could either try to amend the crazy stack that exists or rewrite it.
But when you say crazy stack, what do you mean? Like, break it down.
Have you seen George's diagram?
No. I mean, like, what do you mean by crazy? No, seriously. Come on, buddy. Come on.
Who are you?
What do you mean? Who am I? I don't know. You gave me the fucking mic. I got no.
I didn't give you the mic.
Whoa! I'm doing the mic, and let's keep it civil in my space.
I mean, yeah.
Like what? No, man. You're in charge of the servers and the programming, whatever. Like, what is the stack?
Keep things technical in my space, please.
Take me from top to bottom. What does the stack look like right now? What's so crazy about it? What's so abnormal about this stack versus every other large-scale system on the planet, buddy? Come on, give it to me.
All right. So first off,
amazing. Wow, you're a jackass.
Okay. All
right, no. I got no credibility here, buddy. I got no idea.
First off, let's keep my space civil.
Here,
we removed him from speakers.
I love that so much. I will say the only cred that I'll ever give to Musk is I do love a good jackass. I think jackass is a good one where you can throw that in there every once in a while. But
yeah, this is what Elon's tunnel looks like.
This is
Rainbow
live
Road.
footage of the Las Vegas
Yeah.
tunnel.
This is that's an artist render. That's actually an artist rendering of what it's going to be like. In just 2 years, we'll have that.
Yeah, I mean, this is somebody who going back to the old days. I mean, do you remember the children who were caught in the cave in Southeast Asia?
Oh, how could I forget? Yeah, they were saved by a pedophile, according to Elon. Yeah,
and Elon Musk designed the submarine that the people who actually saved the children were saying, "Hey, we don't want this, but if you want to donate to help us get supplies, we'd love it." So instead of just taking the L there, he went publicly and accused them of being pedophiles. This is somebody who's never challenged, surrounds himself with yes men. We said this last week, 2 weeks ago. When he built the Model Y car. Mm-hmm. He was obsessed with the idea that they wouldn't need a steering wheel for it because it would be fully autonomous, and they had to secretly, design one with a steering wheel because they knew they were going to need one.
Hey, he's really good at delegating and having people delegate for him, apparently.
I mean, this is somebody who has been so negative, and not to bring it too much to home, but I don't know if you remember Myra Flores, who ran for Congress. Oh, yeah. Musk made a big thing about how he was going to be Myra Flores, for people who don't remember.
I never voted Republican before.
Yes, I've never voted Republican before, so this is the first time I vote for Myra Flores. Myra Flores, crazy right-wing Trump Republican, loses. Elon Musk didn't vote. Did I tell you this?
Oh, yeah, I think I remember that. That's hilarious.
They looked at the voter data, because the other thing about Musk, too, he's like, oh, I'm just going back to how we started the show, Matt. This humble guy. He doesn't own a home in Texas. He just lives in a trailer at Starbase. I hate even that I used the fake name he's given that part of the state. But no, I mean, this is somebody who likes to talk a lot and has a lot of people who say yes to him. And now I think with Twitter, he's sort of having to expose himself a little bit. Like, look, the stuff about trans people and all the other things that he like, the kind of edgelord right wing stuff, it makes me mad. It annoys me. Don't misunderstand me here. It was like, whatever. He's a fucking rich guy. Of course, he's got bad views on things. But when you see his incapability of running these companies, of running a platform like Twitter, for years, like you and I have been seeing, and realizing that, no, there's still this kind of mythology around this guy, and then seeing it so quickly drop the kind of public perception of him, I gotta say, has been a little sweet. Because this is somebody who's bad. And like, the thing is too, is that, like, look, there are right-wing figures, Matt, who we don't like. We do segments on the show where we talk about right-wing figures we don't like. We talk about Musk more. And why do we talk about Musk more than a Crowder or any of those other people on this platform? For me, and for both of us, it's because this is a guy, because of this absurd system that we're living in, has a lot of ability to sort of influence the world around him. And we think that's bad. Not only should somebody have that much power, but it's just exceptionally dangerous when you realize that people like that are fucking incompetent and stupid and dangerous.
Yes.